What is up, everybody? Back again with another video. And I was kind of torn on what I should do a video about in the How Strong series today because I just saw the movie Birds of Prey. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I didn't have no standards for it because none of my favorite characters or top characters in DC were in the movie, but nonetheless, I still enjoyed the movie. I love the over-the-top nature. I love how the comic book humans are actually portrayed unrealistic. And like, just because she's a 120-pound girl, that doesn't mean she can't take down a whole bunch of men. Like, you have to be an especially trained person like Batman or something to be above her. Like, I like that. Like, I love those elements like that, the over-the-topness, the comic book nature. It felt like an actual comic book movie on some of the over-the-topness. That's in the fact that, yeah, I do believe that the movie should have probably been called Harley Quinn, though. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know whether to make a video about Harley Quinn, a.k.a., you know, the main character of this movie, basically, or somebody else that popped up in the movie that a lot of people didn't know was going to pop up in the movie, known as, yeah, this person popped up in the movie. Spoiler warning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know that little homeless child that was causing a lot of ruckus and stuff like that, known as Cassandra Cain in the movie? That's why I said it was a spoiler. You probably didn't know this, but in the comics, this is what she is in the comics. Like an actual version of Batgirl. Yeah, probably my favorite Batgirl. One of the best fighters of all time. Even slugged out with characters like Batman herself and should scale to Batman like characters like that. So I feel like this would be the best character to do a feat run on, you know, since Cassandra Cain is probably underrated. And, you know, the Birds of Prey movie, I was going to do a video about Harley Quinn, but I felt like this one could fit the mold a lot better. But let's get right into it, shall we? I can't say this enough, man, but in the movie, she was like real young. I wonder what the timeline is going to be. Is like, is she going to pop up later on in the movies in an older age? I wonder how that's going to go. But yeah, she's a very good hand-to-hand fighter. In the comics, she's the daughter of Lady Shiva. Hopefully they do that in the DCEU as well. They probably will. Being a human character, most of her feats are going to be combat speed feats, reaction time speed feats, fighting skill feats, and actual some strength feats. You know, nothing extraordinary because she is being with no superpowers evidently, right? Starting off this feat one with absurdity, like most comic characters always do, seem that people forget that these comic characters, even the street, quote-unquote street levels, are over the top as well. Cassandra can't be one of those people that has bullet level combat speed to the points where even bullets, she can even see bullets after they are fired. Like right here, see the bullets coming out, right? She is literally staring at the bullets while they're mid-flight and looking at them. Like, yeah, I'm too fast for these slow behind bullets. Like, yeah, it's implied these bullets were mid-flight in the comic panel. They went out of their way purposely to really show it in this detail, to show that, yeah, she really is just looking dead at the bullet while dodging. It's not just aim dodging. That's only one time, bruh. She can't dodge bullets while they're mid-flight. Well, she did it again here, so... Guys, do I have to keep going over this? These characters are superhuman in comics, even if they don't have powers by definition. Dodging a Gatling gun of bullets, basically. There's been times where she has been supposedly so fast where she can appear as a blur. I mean, anybody that can stare at bullets like that, you would think they would be able to look at shurikens and dodge shurikens, right? Well, yeah, you're right. She can dodge shurikens, obviously. Not to mention she can catch them and throw them back fast enough to do that. Can literally fight a mob of men. No surprise there. I don't know how many times I got to show this. But yeah, she can completely dodge bullets. Okay, there was this kind of absurd time, this absurd feat. This does not count as her, you know, she's not on Supergirl's level. She's not in the solar system level, so I can't scale like that. But it is impressive that she was able to, you know, dodge laser vision from Supergirl. And Supergirl was weakened, but this is still impressive. Bleeds in Supergirl in this time period. Yeah, she's not on par with Supergirl, so no scaling there for people that try to scale too hard. She was able to keep up with Nightwing, one of the most agile people too, hanging in there with the big hitters of the Bat family. She can stop people and stop people from shooting her at a point-blank range. She is too fast. Knocks the gun out of the hand and knocks him out pretty much with one hit. Can catch multiple arrows. Yeah, of course, right? Like this many arrows that you can see. Then swipe them away. Deflect them back. Combat speed, right? Another being that has more than likely superhuman combat speed. Green Arrow is impressed as well. Now, we're about to dive deep into her actual skills, like in the people she's fighting, and the acknowledgments, the accolades, or how people praise her skills. Like, that's one of the reasons why she's one of my favorite Batwoman, or Batgirl. Like, she's ridiculous. It's explained that she has such good combat ability and combat speed and so skilled to the point where she actually learned how to, you know, use body language. Kind of like predicting what they're about to do with extreme accuracy, right? Stated you have to read stuff like pretty much instantly on a human body language to read it such in a degree to be able to predict what they're about to do with such accuracy. Like thousands of subtle signs all over the body. If you could read those signs intuitively, it's like precognition, but it's just like a pure skill technique though. Being to read the body language that good to where you pretty much just know what they're about to do. Like that's insane. And doing it on the whim and doing it on the fly is a part that makes it impressive as well. She knows deadly techniques, like to the point where, you know, Oracle. She was able to use some weird technique to strike her to the chest and knock her out this way. So good with nerve strike, was able to disable a person's finger with a nerve strike. Actually pretty scary how technically she knows where to hit exactly on your body to like incapacitate you. One of the best fighters in the world, Lady Shiva, got handled by Cassandra Cain. Might I add that she had a broken arm when she did this? But yeah, she was still able to do that. I usually don't show feats of pain tolerance, but you know, it's not a durability feat, it's just an endurance feat to be able to focus and still fight with precision while completely shot up and hurt while still being able to fight. I mean, think about the insane agony we go through on a daily basis, right? Like some look like we stump our toe, we get hurt, we can hardly focus, right? She's getting shot and just running through it like she's not feeling it. Are you kidding me? Like the pain tolerance. That is actually pretty freaking insane. Like literally getting shot through the thing. Like, ouch. Her training with raw skill was so intense. Getting shot was actually being a part of her training at an early age. Stated that she can actually stop her heart from beating, a part of their severe training. Like, how? No surprise there, she can fight on par and dodge multiple attacks from characters like Nightwing, somebody that's probably one of the fastest when it comes to combat, when it comes to street people and, you know, in fiction standards, right? And was able to react to showing that she is on the level with these type of level characters. I even have a Nightwing video on my page and how strong he is. So her skills is pretty freaking elite. There's been occasions, even in her fights, that she learns new techniques in the middle of her fights, like on some Dragon Ball Z type stuff. Like this is like some, what, does she have a Zenkai boost, or, you know, she gets better with every injury type stuff? Like what? She got started training at an early age. She got started training at age 7. She's consistently shown to be able to stop heartbeats with hits to the chest, of course, and even restart them on a consistent basis. Like she just knows the human anatomy and know what to hit and how to just control your body without even having like no powers of their nervous system. Like she just knows how to just control you based on beeps and hits on with her hands and stuff. Government agents that are analyzing her through videotape are absolutely like in awe about her skills. That's right. That's right. You guessed it. One of the best hand-to-hand fighters in fiction. Batman himself, yeah, she can casually dodge blows, fight on par with Batman himself. Yeah, she's a serious threat. Not even Batman. Yeah, it's even a threat against Batman. Like Batman, he's trying to strike her too. She's smiling, guys. Look at her smile. You think I'm just highballing her about the fact that like she can fight like these characters that are like some of the best fighters. Characters like Nightwing. I just showed you the scam with Batman. Literally fighting on par with Nightwing through multiple panels should give you respect for her name. Another occasion of her fighting Nightwing, this time was able to disarm Nightwing with his weapons. Nightwing is one of the best fighters. Beings that are consistently shown to have supersonic combat speed at least. That's super low balling. They're more in the hypersonic ranges when it comes to combat speed feats consistently. These supposedly quote-unquote street-level characters in DC and Marvel make me laugh. How do these people move this fast and they don't have any superpowers, supposedly, right? These people were drinking some steroid cocktail, if you ask me. You know, this is a feat for her actual striking power as well. You know, being a above average human in DC or Marvel, she has the strength to like kind of make her crate into the floor with the punch of her knocking this supposed superhuman person down. Punches through a window that's 3-inch quartz or whatever, like what 3-inch quartz, and then we're taking that room. Understand? That's it. Like it's like a room that's supposed to be super durable. She's striking her way out, right? And she actually does get out. This makes me laugh, man. They swear these characters don't have any superpowers, but yet she was able to punch through a concrete wall. Are you freaking kidding me, guys? She's even strong enough, and with her enough striking power, she can even shatter swords with her bare hands. Even as a kid, she's able to hurt characters like Bronze Tiger, showing her level of striking power at an early age. This is purely technique because she does not have the mass to be able to hurt somebody like this big in comparison. That's pure skill, velocity, and training to be able to just produce this level of velocity and force to be able to hurt somebody this much bigger than her. Like, yeah. She has a really strong thought process. Like, there's times when she just dazes off and thinks about her abilities and how she can improve it, or just kind of admiring herself. You still believe she's human? She literally fought off a swarm of guys. Like, I'm talking about a swarm of guys, like in a few seconds. Like, she beat up 50 freaking guys, like a swarm of people. But yeah, but she ain't got no superpowers, though. DC and Marvel logic, when it comes to street level characters, they definitely got some type of something going on with their bodies, guys. She has really keen smell, being able to sense an invisible person. Yeah, yeah, she's that crazy. I mean, when it comes to her, she doesn't have the most feats because she's not Batman, of course, but yeah, she does have enough to concrete her in the Batman range when it comes to raw power and skills. Even if she's slightly below, the gap isn't vast enough to where it would be a curb stomp if she fought Batman herself. Yeah, she's that freaking skilled, and not to mention her mama. She's been admired by Batman when it comes to her skills on multiple occasions, showing that she is in that range of skill and, you know, in that range, of course, big dog range. Like, you know, you have lower tier hand-to-hand combatant people like Batman. He's one of the higher tiers. She would be another higher tier with him. Batman says something interesting here. Now, I'm not trying to say nothing or imply that she's above Batman, but Batman stated that he's never beating Lady Shiva in hand-to-hand, evidently. Because if I'm not mistaken, didn't I just show you a scan of Batgirl literally knocking out Lady Shiva with a broken arm at that? Or I could just be tripping though, who knows? Now we're getting into some scary territory. You know, Deathstroke, a being that's fought Batman on several occasions, a being that's comparable and probably is an equal to Batman or greater, depending on how you look at it, because he's a super soldier. And this is what he said about Cassandra Cain. He said Cassandra Cain is such a reliable asset to Batman, that's why he keeps her around. And he even said it out of his own mouth. Truth is, he couldn't take you down on his best day. Now, I'm not trying to make assumptions because Batman is the man, but I'm just saying this is what Slade said. I mean, for Pete's sake, the guy can lift 1,000 pounds as a part of his daily workout routine. You remember how Batman has Lady Shiva at high regard? Hey, Lady Shiva is another being that's considered one of the top dog fighters in DC or in fictional history, right? Cassandra Cain has fought her on multiple occasions, one of the times being the times he knocked her out, the part I showed you earlier in this video. Another time she fought her in a more even fight without catching her off guard. And this time it was actually a war, though. Yeah, it's actually kind of proven. Like, it's like Batman's statement might not be that false on what she said about, you know, Lady Shiva, him not being able to beat Lady Shiva, due to the fact of her being a master at hand-to-hand combat. Yet Cassandra Cain begs to differ, showing that, yeah, she can fight Lady Shiva over and over again, even in a rematch. Yeah, getting the better of her in this instance. Like, she's that great of a fighter, guys. Like I showed you earlier, the time she broke the sword in half, this is another time she's fought Lady Shiva in a full-on fight, like in the actual one edit, for multiple panels, showing that Lady Shiva's words do have meaning from Batman, showing that Lady Shiva is one of the best fighters. Because even against Cassandra Cain, it was tough. Like, it was kind of like a stalemate here, though. They kind of was on the ground. Looks like she was, like, you know, knocked out. There was a time she even fought Slade herself. Yeah, the actual Deathstroke. Yeah. Impressive, right? If you sleep on her after all of this, that's freaking insane. Fighting Deathstroke for so many panels is no easy feat. Like, they literally went at it for a few pages, showing that, yeah, the scaling is correct and consistent. She even fought supposedly, Deathstroke's daughter, if I'm not mistaken, Ravager, but hanging there with the best. Instantly over and over again. Looks like she got the advantage over her in this situation as well. Well, guys, there's not much more I can say, but other than, yeah, that was freaking insane. Like, yeah, she is ridiculous. She's definitely in the Batman ranges of power. Even if she was in Marvel, she would be considered in the Captain America ranges of power as well, because just because she doesn't have quote-unquote superpowers does not mean she does not classify as a superhuman based on the feats we've seen, punching through brick walls, punching through the floors, fighting and matching the strength of characters like Batman, not getting one-shotted from characters that are strong as Batman, or Deathstroke saying that she could even be a better fighter than Batman himself, fighting Batman multiple times, fighting Nightwing multiple times, and giving them wars even in contests of agility with Nightwing. So a lot of this stuff are adding up. She's very, very consistent, and she's probably the Batgirl that should have been on television. If I'm being honest, like the Batwoman show, what they're trying to do is kind of different than the Batwoman from the comics. She uses pistols and guns, but the show, they're trying to make her like another Batgirl, but that's a whole nother topic. This is actually the real one, or either her or Batgirl Barbara Gordon is the one they probably should have used for television, but that could be just me rambling. What do you guys think? Do you think she's up there with Batman herself, or do you think she's like lower, like maybe in the between Nightwing range and Batman range? Do you think she's what do you think she could be considered equal to Batman, greater than Batman? Like completely, like what do you think Slade is compared to that? What do you think they scale? Like I think they all scale around the same level. Her with Lady Shiva, some of the best fighters. She has combat speed shown to be in a supersonic range, being able to just look at a bullet in mid-flight. I've shown that consistently. Fighting people that can deflect bullets consistently, like Deathstroke, Batman, Nightwing, etc. I mean, hit characters that she scales to, like Katana, was able to deflect multiple bullets over and over freaking again. Stated that he cannot beat Lady Shiva in hand-to-hand combat himself one-on-one, yet we've seen Cassandra Cain, Batgirl, actually knock out Lady Shiva while with a broken arm. She's able to do something she states that Batman can never do. That's Batman's words, not me. Don't get mad at me. I'm just saying what Batman said, right? So that's pretty ridiculous. I mean, regardless, you have to scale her in the Batman ranges, even if you don't want to take those serious. If you don't believe she's above Batman, that's fine. If you believe they're, at least equal with him, he has to be. I mean, look at all the people she can hurt at such a small frame. I mean, she can cause a lot of damage with her striking power thanks to technique. And what kind of technique she learned to be able to hurt characters like Bronze Tiger really badly with her punches, making him like fly backwards. I mean, she's probably not even 200-pound woman, right? So that's pretty impressive. Like, man, hopefully we see her in later live action movies. Maybe we can see that later. But what do you guys think? Post your comments down below. Let me know what you all think. Is there anything you learned about Cassandra Cain Batgirl? Is there anything new? Did you already know this stuff? Did you know she was this raw? Did you know she was one of the people that can actually beat Lady Shiva, stalemate Lady Shiva, a being that Batman stated that he could not beat, but Batman could have been just chatting? Who really knows? Like, they might make a comic tomorrow where Batman beat Lady Shiva, and he probably has, or Batman might have already beat Lady Shiva, but Batman himself could have a death of the Arthur moment where none of the Batman writers even knew Batman beat Lady Shiva, like in a knockout type fest. So who knows, right? That's probably happened. There's been so many comics of him fighting, a writer could simply forget that Batman has actually beaten Shiva. But like for him to say something like that in comic, it's intently confirmed basically for her to be on that level at least. But what do you guys think? Put your comments down below. Check out the links in the description on playlists like this. I do a lot of videos like this. I take requests. I even comment. Make sure you check out the affiliate links as well to check out the gear. You'll be surprised. I did not make this from a computer. Yep, shocking, right? Make sure you check out those affiliate links and the playlist. Share, like, subscribe. And this better not be the only video I see you on, because I will be looking for you. But that's just me trolling to be funny. But how'd you guys like the Birds of Prey? I enjoyed it quite well. I didn't have that much expectations for it, so I didn't have the same standards as a lot of people. But what do you guys think? Put your comments down below. Let me know what you all think. I'll see you guys next time.